Hi, I'm Coach Frank Dolan from Sports and Fitness Performance, and today we're going to be discussing some exercises to help your running speed. In this case, it's using plyometrics to improve running speed. Sometimes athletes that come to the facility here at Sports and Fitness Performance may have great functional movement. We might work on all the stretching, mobility, stability things to create their best form and technique. They might have great strength relative to their body weight. Their technique might be perfect, their arm action, knee drive, foot contact, how it hits the ground, but they can be lacking in reactiveness and power, and that is what could be slowing them down. So we're always looking at what the weakest link is when we bring an athlete in and how we're going to help improve that. One quick disclaimer is that with young athletes at their peak height velocity, it's important that you're careful with the jarring type activities and the reducing of the ground contact times that I'm going to show here. So just, you know, if it's a time where your son or daughter is growing at a rapid rate, it's probably not the time to be doing any of these jarring type activities. It's fine to do the soft landings that I'm going to start with, but I would maybe wait till they get a little bit older to do any of the stuff where we're trying to really minimize ground contact time. If you have questions on that, you can always email me at coachfrankdolan@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to help you with that as far as age appropriate considerations. So I'm going to show a few exercises here, just real quick progressions. The first one is just going to be sitting the hips down and back, and I'm only going to show to start with 2 feet, which we would call a jump. Jumps with 2 feet, a hop is with 1 foot. So we'll do just a hurdle jump to stabilize first. So it's arms down and back, hips down and back, heels are on the ground. You're going to triple extend through the ankle, the knee, and the hip. It's a big concentric push off to stable. So it's a nice soft landing. We're going to do the same thing again. Push and stable landing, and then again, push and stable landing. We might work on that with an athlete for 2 or 3 weeks, trying to make sure it's perfect and we're getting big push-offs and nice solid landings. Once they're ready to move on, then we would go on to something where we're actually doing a soft contact to a hard contact. What that's doing, and typically we don't like people to land on their toes, but what we're trying to do is create a situation where we're getting closer to the ground to work on our second push-off, which will make more sense when I get to that one. So again, arms down and back. It's going to be a quick push. It's soft, and then drop. So we're just getting them into a soft position, then dropping back to the heels. Obviously we would do more, and we would probably work on that for a week, maybe more, making sure it's right. Okay, then from there, we would then progress them to more of a soft and then a push off. So when the toe hits, the next progression is pushing off. And what I mentioned before about reactiveness and power is exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to minimize ground contact time, but maximize push off. Okay, so it's hips down and back. It's going to be a soft landing, push, soft, push, and hip hinge down and back on the last landing. Okay, then we would progress that where we're just jumping one jump after another. So hip hinge down and back. It's going to be quick, quick, and back down. And at that point, we're really, really managing how many foot contacts we have. We don't want to overdo this. We want it to be explosive every time. It's not a conditioning drill. We don't want to do these over and over again. We're trying to work on minimizing the ground contact time. So how does that relate to speed? Well, once we get the 2-foot version down, then we go to the hop version, which is 1 foot. So I would do the same progression. It's soft landing on 1 foot. Obviously, I would follow that through. Then I would do the soft landing to stable landing. Then I would do soft landing to push off. And then I would do push, push, push. We only run it 1 foot at a time, so you see how that can create a situation where we have single leg, real stability first, and then building up that reactiveness on one leg. Okay? So once we have that reactiveness on one leg, we can really work on improving our speed. Thanks for watching the video. If you have questions, it's coachfrankdolan@gmail.com. I'd be happy to help.